Sports fans, sports bettors, and action junkies. What's happening? Mike here, Savvy Sports Picks, coming at you for another free play in Major League Baseball. Today is Tuesday, August 27th, 2019. Yesterday's free play was a loser. Took Milwaukee Brewers on the money line, and oh boy, did they get clobbered around. Gio was begging the manager to pull him out, and they just told him, sorry, dude. You got to ride it out, and he just got shelled, man. I feel bad for him, but couldn't have been more wrong on that play, unfortunately. But hey, at least it wasn't a sweat till the very end, and we're pulling our hair out or anything. At least we knew it was over right from the start. So a no sweat loser for you yesterday. I do actually like the Brewers to bounce back today, but that's not your free play. You can tell I'm in Nationals mode today too. Also like the Nationals on the run line, but again, too juicy. Not going to be a free play for you. But I do have a free play, so let's get to it. We've got the Minnesota Twins going up against the Chicago White Sox. Now, this should be a good one. We've got Pineda going up against Giolito. These teams just saw each other last week, so they're going to be pretty familiar with each other at this point. Pineda's got a 9-5 record on the year with a 4.26 ERA. He's got some pretty decent stuff, although he's hit and miss. Sometimes he gives up a bunch. Sometimes he, has the best game of his life. At home this year, he's 3-3 with a 4.19. On the road, he's 6-2 with a 4.33. So pretty even numbers when you just look on the surface. But obviously his win percentage on the road is much better than it is at home for some reason. So the last time he went out, it was against this same White Sox team. It was in Minnesota. He did go 7 innings, and he gave up six hits, and 4 runs in that outing, right in line with that 4.19 ERA at home. So on the flip side, you've got the White Sox and Lucas Giolito, 14-6 on the year with a 3.2 ERA. This guy's pitching extremely well this year. At home, he's 5-4 with a 3.99 versus a 9-2 road record with a 2.61 ERA. He pitches a little bit better on the road than he does at home for some reason. Now, the last time Lucas Giolito took the mound, he faced this same Minnesota team. He went the full 9 and threw a shutout. It was probably his best outing of the year, really. He only allowed 3 hits in that shutout, so he did pretty good. In his last 2 games, he did face this Minnesota Twins team, as I said, and the game before that, he faced off against the LA Angels. He threw 113 pitches versus the Angels, and then he came back the next game through 115 versus this Minnesota team in the shutout. Those are both his highest pitch counts on the year. So that does start to wear a pitcher down after a while and take a toll. So now, let me just touch on one more thing here really quick. That last outing against Minnesota for Giolito, not only was it his highest pitch count of the year, but the Twins have only been shut out twice other than that the entire season. Once was to Boston, Rick Porcello of all people. Go figure. And then the other time this year was all the way back in April against the Astros versus Cole. And he's obviously one of the better pitchers in the league. So let's flip back really quick to Michael Pineda. The 2 previous times this year that he's gone up against the Chicago White Sox team, obviously we spoke about his last outing already. But the previous 2 to that, he did hold them in check pretty good. He only allowed 3 earned runs and 13 innings pitched against them. So obviously he had a little bit of a bump in the road the last time out against them. I do think we see a lot of hits in this game today from both sides of the plate. I do like Pineda to have a better outing this time, but I do also see him getting hit. I see Giolito giving up hits. I see Pineda getting hit. The main factor for me here today is I do see the Twins wanting to get revenge on Giolito for that shutout. This just happened a week ago. They're not going to forget. And like I said, they've only been shut out twice this year previous to that. They're going to remember that. So I see the motivation on the Twins side more than on the White Sox side here today. the Twins bullpen is much better than the White Sox bullpen. I do like the Minnesota Twins on the money line as your free play of the day. Now, remember to mark your pitchers. If for some reason Pinata doesn't pitch today, we don't know who's going to take the mound, so you don't want to put yourself in that situation. So again, Minnesota Twins on the money line, -110 is your free play of the day. Also, a side note on this one, the wind is blowing out in Chicago. It's blowing out to left center field, so for right-handed hitters, this is a nice thing to have on your side. Wind's blowing out 7 to 12 miles an hour. So I do also like the over 9 runs in this game. All right, everybody, if you stay tuned this long, you got 2 free plays. I'm going to run with both of them as the free play of the day. So you get 2, both in the same game. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys checking out the videos. Remember to follow on Facebook and Twitter, SavvySportsPicks, and good luck.